It's Monday. It's 10:30. It's the 28th day of September, and I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming, the OG GM, with another OG GM adventure. And it's time for this week's gaming news. Yes, is there anything going on in the world of role-playing that doesn't relate to Tasha or Icewind Dale? They have announced, Hasbro has announced a fully articulated figure of Drizzt. There's a picture of it up on the Hasbro website. It was premiered and talked about over at PulseCon over the weekend, which was Hasbro's toy marketing convention. So while there was some mentions for Dungeons and Dragons related stuff, Magic related stuff is mostly related to their other properties like Power Rangers and G.I. Joe and Transformers and stuff like that. They announced the most of the picks for the new season for Power Rangers, which is gonna, I think, be an anniversary season. I'm not sure. I have to check, but I think it's anniversary season. Anniversary seasons are always cool because we have flashbacks to old stuff. But we'll talk about Power Rangers in a second. So I had a look at the Drizzt figure. The Guinevere looks awesome. Drizzt looks good. I think they made him too blue. It sort of looks like an Oompa Loompa. I don't know. The picture, maybe the picture's just bad. Check it out. Let me know what you think. It's over at the Hasbro website and the Pulse.com con website. And it's just very blue, his facial skin color. I don't know why they went blue. Just unusual choice. But cool, whatever. All right. News digest for things going on in the world that is not 5e related. Okay, so the Skull Kickers comic book has got a role-playing game coming out. Yay. More stuff for Tasha, more stuff for Rime of the Frost Maiden. Warhammer Age of Sigmar Soul Brown Starter is available up for over at the Warhammer people. There will be more settings on the way. Wizards of the Coast announced during D&D Celebration that there will be no more settings on the way. We are hoping that it's going to be Dark Sun, Planescape, Greyhawk, and Spelljammer, and maybe even Planescape and Spelljammer. This, maybe sort of making Planescape and Spelljammer the same thing, maybe making it, whatever. So we're going to have three classic Dungeons & Dragons settings getting active attention between sometime now and a year from now. We don't know what it's going to be. They've showed lots of little flashes, lots of little art to make us think it's going to be, possibly Dark Sun, Planescape, and maybe Dragonlance. I don't know if they can do Greyhawk and Dragonlance. I don't know who holds the rights to Greyhawk and Dragonlance. I think, I don't know if Wizards of the Coast holds the rights to Greyhawk or if the Gygax family holds the rights to Greyhawk. Dragonlance, again, does Wizards of the Coast hold the rights, or do the writers, the Weissman sisters, still hold the rights? So that'll be interesting. I think most of us want to see less Wizards of the Coast Magic the Gathering settings, and maybe a return to Planescape and or Spelljammer, and definitely Dark Sun. More news on the HeroQuest board game. So yes, Avalon Hero and Hasbro have announced that they have agreed, and it's coming out. There is digital concept art shown on the Hasbro website, including the figures and the terrain. It looks pretty much the same as old HeroQuest. Few minor changes. Definitely, the figures make it worth it. So check it out. It's over at the Hasbro Avalon Hill and Hasbro Pulse website. If you want to see the concept art. And everything is going to be full plastic as opposed to the cardboard ones in the previous designs. Hey, RuneQuest has got a product coming out. There's a product line we haven't heard from a while. Chaosium is releasing the Whispering Ruins for RuneQuest, along with a RuneQuest Quick Start rule play. So if you want to check out Chaosium's fantasy role-playing game in the world of Glorantha, check it out. You can get that over at probably RPGDriveThru.com and the Chaosium role-playing. There is a Batman Gotham City Chronicles role-playing game, a licensed Batman role-playing game. It's based on the D20 system. It will only talk about Batman and not the other DC superheroes, so it won't be a DC role-playing game, but it could be the baby steps into a new DC role-playing game. Not a lot of news on what systems. No date announced for the Kickstarter, just Monolith has shown some concept art. So who knows? It's D20. But a Batman role-playing game could be a baby steps into a new DC Universe role-playing game. There's also some news on the Dishonored role-playing game, the very strangely referred to as Whale Punk. Whale Punk is not a fucking word, okay? So this is coming out from Bushido, and it's being done by Morpheus, the same people who did Mutant Year Zero. We're going to see a Dishonored role-playing game sometime in 2021. It's going to be using the 2D20 system that Morpheus has used. So that'll be interesting. Closed beta testing is going on starting January. We also might be seeing a Fallout RPG from Morpheus. And speaking of that, the Fallout Wasteland Warfare game from Morpheus is a skirmish war game finally going to the shadows. So if you're familiar with the Fallout miniature skirmish game 2D20 system, there's some more expansions coming out, including some possible miniatures. And there's also some expansions for that coming out. All right, we have some more news on Baldur's Gate, which is, of course, it's, being perpetually delayed. We could expect a $60 price tag when it does come out. 70 gigabyte install. Youch. Pellegrin Press has announced a release of the Yellow King Bestiary for the Yellow King role-playing game. War machines and hunting and stuff to go with the Yellow King role-playing game. So check out that at the Pellegrin Press site. This week's Humble Bumble is R.A. Salvatore. So if you want to pick up all the Drizzt books in PDF, go over to Humble Bumble and check them out. Remember, anything that you pay for goes to the various charities that Humble Bumble supports. So that's always good. And that's about it in major gaming news. There's obviously stuff related to Icewind Dale and Tasha, and there's some articles on Wizards of the Coast about who Tasha was and who Igli was and who Baba Yaga was, but fuck that. Yeah. So that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this week's news. If you do, please comment down below. Please consider supporting me, as this is my only source of income right now. Please let me know what type of content you appreciate, because remember, this channel is for you, I think. And I'll talk to you later. Stay safe. Remember to vote.